Animal.
Hello, students. How you doing?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening. Okay, thank you for joining the class. Shall we start now?
Yes, teacher.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna share you a presentation. If you could please let me know if you can see it. That'd be awesome. Here it is. Uh, oh, my bad.
Yes, we can see it, teacher.
You can see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good afternoon. Today's class will be about literary devices, more specifically, syntax errors. Do any of you know what syntax is? The meaning of syntax in writing?
The congruence that a sentence have.
The congruence of a sentence? Yeah, that was that was a good example. Anyone else? Okay, let's continue. Okay, what is syntax and diction? Diction refers to the choice of words in a particular situation, while syntax determines how the chosen words are used to form a sentence. Diction would be the overall composition, written composition, and the syntax would be the more individual parts of the overall composition. For example, the general word order of an English sentence is subject plus verb plus object. Can anyone give me an example of a simple sentence using the subject, a verb, and an object, please? Okay.
I play with a ball.
I played with the ball. Correct. I being the subject, played being the verb, and a ball being the object. That would be the correct way of formulating your sentence. So that would be the syntax, basically. Can anybody help me reading the syntax errors? What it
I
is?
can, teacher.
Oh,
It's
go ahead. Go ahead.
me.
Thank you.
Syntax errors. A syntax error is a mistake in using a language that involves organizing words and phrases that don't make sense. In short, syntax tells you how a sentence is worded and
Yeah.
structured, which can easily be misconstrued. Could be
Thank.
incorrect if I'm sorry, teacher. Could be incorrect use of a word or a misspelled sentence or lack of cohesion.
Thank you so much. So this explains it better. Syntax error is a mistake using the language, and it's basically how you connect the words or how you formulate a sentence or a phrase. If you're using an incorrect word, it can change the meaning or the easiness of how you understand the a phrase or a sentence. Is that clear? Is that clear for you?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
So shall we continue? Any questions?
I'm okay.
No.
Okay, all clear. And the errors and mistakes could lead to contradictions and incongruence. The syntax errors can lead to these common problems in written compositions. So, what is a contradiction and what is an incongruence? Do I have any volunteers to help me read these 2 points? Who raised their hand?
Me. Contradictions. A combination of statements, ideas, or features of a situation that are opposed to one another. The incongruences, lack of consistency or appropriateness, as in inappropriate effect, or as when subjective evaluation of a situation is at odds with reality.
Thank you so much. So this will be the outcomes if you're committing errors or mistakes in your syntax while writing. The first one being contradictions. If you're using wrong terms or words that don't play correctly in the formulation of a sentence, it can lead you to say something completely different to what you're meaning to really say. For example, would it be correct if I say, "Oh, I thought that you were embarrassed," if I mean that someone is pregnant? The word can be misleading or even confusing because the word is similar to the word that you use in your native language. Embarrassed being embarazada would be an error of syntax, and it would be an incongruence because embarrassed in English is not actually embarazada. Embarrassed is something that you are ashamed of. Is that a clear example? Do you think that's a good example?
I think it is because as you explained us in the beginning of the presentation, an error in the syntax, it can be for a word or a phrase that is misunderstand.
Yeah, you
So
misunderstood a
mhm.
term or the formulation of a sentence. You are correct. Yeah, the use of an incorrect word can change the overall meaning of your sentence or the thing that, or the idea that you're trying to convey. And about incongruences is a lack of consistency and appropriateness as an appropriate effect or when one subjective evaluation of a situation is at odds with reality. The thing that you tried to say, it didn't make sense because you didn't use the right words or you worded your sentence incorrectly. To make this more clear, I have an activity for you guys. It's about syntax error corrections. What you're going to do is that I'm gonna give you an extract of a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs um, with some syntax errors. And what you would have to do is look for misplaced words or words that do not make sense in the sentences, or look for errors in compositions. I'm gonna split you up in pairs, and we're gonna work on a Jamboard. I'm gonna give you the fragments of text, so you work with them and analyze them in pairs and make the corrections on the syntax. Are the instructions clear?
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
teacher.
All right, let's continue and let's go ahead to the activity. Okay, students, I sent you the link to the Jamboard. There you're gonna find the two fragments, and you're gonna analyze them in pairs and look for misplaced words or errors in syntax or incongruences in the text. You're gonna analyze them in pairs and make the corrections below the actual fragment. If you have any question, let me know. All right.
Yes, teacher.
All right. And here, students, we have the Jamboard. Is everyone here? Did everyone make it to the Jamboard?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
All of you? I'm seeing Abel, Joanna, Carla, and Samantha. All right. I'm gonna give you the instructions for the activity. So here you have your fragments of text with some syntax errors. You're gonna Okay, who is underlining or highlighting words in here?
It's me. I'm sorry, teacher.
No, it's all right. It's all right. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna underline or highlight the incongruences or the syntax errors in the text, and then you're going to write the corrections below. Uh, okay, rewrite the fragment, but with the errors already corrected. Is that clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Very clear.
Yes.
All right, students, thank you. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to work on it. Do a skimming of the overall text, and then you're gonna scan for the errors or the misplaced words. So it's easier for you to work on it. All right, so let's start. You have 10 minutes. Okay, you guys are doing all right. Here with Joanna and Abel, we're seeing that they're already highlighting the errors on the text, and with Samantha and Carla. Girls, you need any help with this or you got this? I see that. Okay, correct. Okay. For
I
example,
have a question
ah,
about
oh,
the
go ahead.
when at the end it says when he the phone sang. Is it correct that I choose the that sentence like the
Can you underline me that, please?
like it's underlined here this one and this one.
Okay. Okay, correct. And this is a good observation. Uh, Jack was sealing the shop when the phone sang. And this will be the mistake. This will be the error. When he, uh, the phone is not a person to call it a he. So you would underline this, and what would you do with this word? Would you delete it or replace it for another word? What would you do with
Just
that
delete
word?
it. I think delete
Correct.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct. So you would be deleting this word for it to say when the phone sang. Also, here, why did you underline this word? I mean, why did you highlight this word?
Because the oh can you hear me? Okay.
Mhm.
Because when the phone the sound that the phone makes it is not singing, it is
Correct.
ringing.
Yeah, correct. So you would also replace this word. This is an error syntax.
Okay.
Okay, any other question for you, Joanna and Nabel?
I'm okay, teacher. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Samantha and Carla?
Everything fine, teacher.
Everything's fine. So can I ask you questions?
Yes, teacher.
All right. For example, why did you highlight this sentence?
Because it says the cheetah is a reptile, and I think it's not. It's the family of the cats, so it's
Okay.
grown.
Okay, so what would you write here instead of this? What would you replace it with? The family of the cats, it's called felines.
Okay, so I will write my favorite my favorite feline feline
Feline,
is feline is the cheetah.
correct. That's a good observation. It is truly an amazing creature which can, what was the word in here?
Trot.
Yeah, trot at the top speed of 60 miles per hour. That is really fast. So would you say that going at this speed is trotting or running?
Rounding.
Yeah, it's running. So what would you replace trot with? Which word?
Run. Yes.
Run at a top speed of 60 miles per hour. I've always wanted to go to the cool plains of Africa. Why did you highlight this word?
Because I think it's misspelled.
What would you replace it with?
The grasslands, because that's where the cheetah beats. I don't know.
Oh, correct. That's a good option. So, okay, you are going to replace this word with um grassland. of Africa. That's a good correction. Okay, of Africa to see the cheetah in action. Okay, I imagine it would be a disappointing experience. Okay, why did you underline this word, disappointing?
What word it planes or what do you say, teacher? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, it's good. That you highlighted this word, disappointing.
Okay, because I think it's I forgot how to say it, but the word doesn't have coherence in the sentence.
So it
It's
would be a contradiction, right?
it will be a contradiction.
Because what you're saying is that you're really excited, and that you really like cheetah. So why would you be disappointed in seeing a cheetah? Okay, so this would be a contradiction, guys. Disappointing when the correct word would be.
I will be very excitement. It will be very it will be a exciting experience.
You can choose any word to describe something that is positive. Sorry that my writing is not that good, but working on a laptop is kind of difficult. Posi-
Don't worry, teacher. It's still well,
Comprehensible.
yeah, it's comprehensible.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes to work on the corrections, and then you're gonna explain it to me, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right.
Yes, teacher, we're done.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Who wants to participate first?
Carla.
Me.
Carla? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I just have to read the the text. Okay,
The corrected
the
one.
correct text. Okay. My favorite feline is cheetah. It is truly amazing. It is an amazing creature which can run at a top speed of 16 mph. I have always wanted to go to the cool plains of Africa to see the cheetah in action. I think it will be. Oh my God! There's no. Um. Well, I can see the correct one, but let me read it again. My
Okay.
favorite feline is a cheetah. It is a truly amazing creature that can run at the top speed of 16 mph. I have always wanted to go to the cool grass plains of Africa to see this cheetah in action. I think it will be a very exciting experience looking at those cheetah run. A few weeks ago, I was watching National Geographic on the TV, and my wife said, "Why don't we go to Africa the next summer?" I jumped happily. "That's a lousy idea," I state. Well, the next week, our plane leaves for Africa, and imagine that we are going, I can imagine that we are going to Africa at first.
Okay. So I see there's still some corrections to be made. Here it says, I've always wanted to go to the cool. Okay. What would you replace this for? Did you said something about grasslands, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's change this word for um I apologize. Grass. Oh, sorry. Grasslands of Africa to see the cheetah in action. Why do you think this is highlighted? Be a disappointing experience.
Because it's a contradiction, because I think it could be changed for a word that's showing happiness, because disappointment is to show that something it's wrong with that.
Okay, correct. So if we erase this, what would you change it for? It will be it could be something positive, like nice or good. It would be what was it? Sorry, disappointing. Okay, it
And
would be
an exciting experience or nice experience.
correct, an exciting experience looking at those cheetah run. A few weeks ago, I was watching a National Geographic special on the radio. Here, that you were watching something on the radio? What do you think is the contradiction here? Watching or the radio?
Because those are two kind of different I forgot the name, but are different um
Ideas?
yes, and things to do, because you can watch the TV because you are watching with the eyes, but you can watch what the radio is saying are differences, a different senses.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So,
think it could change, uh or watching or on the radio. It could be, I remember hearing on the radio a special National Geographic on the radio, or it can be I was watching an special of National Geographic on the TV.
okay, correct. And that's a nice observation. So we change on the radio for TV. Do you agree?
Yes, teacher.
All right, let's continue. And my wife said, "Why don't we go to Africa next summer?" I jumped happily. That's a lousy. Lousy, it's a word that is not common use, or it doesn't even relates to the idea. So how about we change lousy for that's a great idea, I stated. Well, next week our plane leaves for Africa and I can why was hardly highlighted? Why do you think hardly was highlighted?
Because I think it's another contradiction, maybe, but maybe it's my mistake.
That's correct. It's a contradiction because if this person really wants to go to Africa, why is it so hard to imagine
Hmm.
going there? So let's change it for I can.
I can wait that we are going to Africa, because in the first sentence it says that they will go, not like it's something that he or she or they are imagining.
That is correct. Thank you for your observation. So let's change it for I can't wait that I can't wait that we're going to Africa at first. Let's just erase that and leave it like that. How about that? What do you think of it?
I think that's correct. It seems fine.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go with Joanna and Abel. Let's read yours. Who wants to help me read this?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, Abel. Thank you.
Yes, so Jack Forrest is a baker who always provides his customers with soft bread. Last Tuesday, Mrs. Brown came into the shop and asked for 3 loaves of brown bread. Unfortunately, Jack only had 2 loaves remaining. He apologized to Mrs. Brown and promised her that he would have more bread the next time she came. Later that day, Jack was closing the shop when the phone rang.
Wow, 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 wow. I think that you're way too correct. You managed to correct all of the mistakes that were on the original paragraph, and you did it really nicely. I see no. Okay, I see that you took some notes here, but I'm guessing that's when you first started the activity. But I'm guessing that you managed to get it all correct. I I'm really impressed with this participation. Thank you, Joanna and Abel.
Thank
This
you.
is correct. Okay. So that would be the activity for today. And that be all for today's class. Thank you for participating, guys. What do you think of the activity?
I think it was very challenging, challenging,
Challenging?
challenging. I don't know how to say it, but I think it was kind of complicated at first because we didn't know exactly like to note those mistakes. But after I remembered what do you say on the presentation, and I think it was very helpful that you helped to us to highlight the words that can we can ignore or we maybe don't see. So I think that that makes the activity more enjoyable and more easy to do.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Thank you. How about the rest? How do you guys feel?
Good.
Good. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. So I think that's it for today's class. And well, again, thank you for participating and for your time, guys. And we'll see you on next class. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
teacher.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher. Bye bye.
Bye.